University Challenge. Asking the questions, Jeremy Paxman.
Hello. Last academic year, at the start of the autumn term, an invitation to apply for University Challenge was sent to over 450 UK higher education institutions. 123 took us up on the offer, of which the best 28 were selected to compete in this year's series. Now only 2 remain. Between them, they've played 12 matches, scored 2,205 points and answered 329 questions correctly. And after all that, they've ended up right back where they, and indeed we, started, in a repeat of the very first fixture of this series. Now, the team from Durham were the victors in that first encounter, and indeed are the only team in the series to have managed to win against their fellow finalists tonight. Since then, they've also beaten the universities of Bangor, Southampton, and, at the second time of asking, Royal Holloway. Their average score per game is 170 points. Their average age is 21. Let's meet the Durham team for the final time.
Hi, my name's Harry Scully. I'm from Welwyn Garden City in Hertfordshire and I study physics and chemistry.
Hi, my name's Chloe Margot. I'm from Haringey in North London and I study sociology.
And this is their captain.
Hi, I'm Alex Radcliffe. I'm from Edinburgh and I'm studying maths.
Hi, my name's Bea Bennett. I'm from Ickham in Gloucestershire and I'm reading English.
Now, that first defeat against Durham just seemed to galvanise the Bristol team and kick-start a 5-match winning streak against Oriel College, Oxford, Queen's University, Belfast, Newnham College, Cambridge, University College, London, and the University of Southampton. Their average score is a very impressive 200 points per game, and their average age is 21. Let's meet the Bristol team one more time.
Hi, my name's Sam Keeler. I'm from Wolverhampton in the Black Country and I'm studying medicine.
Hi, I'm Jacob McLaughlin. I'm originally from Gloucester and I'm studying economics and maths.
This is their captain.
Hi, I'm Tess Richardson. I'm from Reading and I'm studying chemistry.
Hi, I'm Alejandro Ortega. I'm from Chatham St Peter in Buckinghamshire and I'm studying physics and philosophy.
Well, you're all old hands at this now, so let's just get on with it. Fingers on the buzzers, here's your first starter for 10. Built in an unused squash court at the University of Chicago in 1942, Chicago Pile 1 was the first working example...
Durham Scully.
Nuclear reactor?
That's correct, yes, nuclear chain reactor. These bonuses are on a literary genre. The 2nd century Greek work True History, or A True Story by Lucian of Samosata, was intended as a satire of outlandish contemporary travel literature. It is sometimes cited as the first work in which literary genre?
Any ideas?
Satirical of... Did they say travel?
Yeah.
Humorism or something?
It's not picaresque, is it?
Picaresque?
Yeah, it could be.
Do you want to do it? Just say it.
Picaresque?
That's science fiction.
Oh.
Carl Sagan and Isaac Asimov both suggested the 1608 work Somnium, or The Dream, as one of the first science fiction stories. It is noted for its detailed astronomical descriptions and is the work of which German scientist?
1608
1608, German scientist. Give us some examples.
I have no idea.
German.
No, I haven't got any.
If you don't know, pass. It's okay.
Leibniz.
No, it's Johannes Kepler.
Oh.
Containing an early description of rocket-powered spaceflight, the 1657 work, The States and Empires of the Moon, is by which author? He's better known as the subject of a play by Edmond Rostand.
Cyrano de Bergerac.
OK. Cyrano de Bergerac.
Correct. 10 points for this. Which royal figure did the historian John Murrell describe in the following words? Quote, "The only one of the Stuarts not to be a visionary, not to have long-term goals, a worldly man with many mistresses, and an intellectual dilettante who took a lively, if spasmodic, interest in the affairs of the Royal Society."
Durham Bennett.
Charles II.
Charles II is correct. Well done. These bonuses are on the Turner Prize in 2021. In 2021, the Turner Prize shortlist comprised art collectives in various UK towns and cities. The winner was Array Collective, based in which city?
Liverpool.
I'm pretty sure it's...
OK. Liverpool?
No, it was Belfast. Project Artworks is a collective of neurodiverse artists in which South Coast town? From 1901, this town was the home of Robert Tressel, author of The Ragged Trouser Philanthropist.
Town.
South Coast,
Lyme
was it?
Regis.
Yeah, could be.
Don't know why.
What, Lyme Regis?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Lyme Regis?
No, it's Hastings. Finally, also shortlisted was Gentle Radical, a collective in which city? The jury admired their commitment to the community of Riverside in which they're based, the river, in this case, being the Taff.
Anyone know where that goes
Is
through?
that in Wales? I don't know the Taff.
I don't know. Why do I want to say it's Liverpool? It's not.
That's the
but
Mersey.
No, that's the
it's
Mersey.
not, yeah.
Just give it a whirl.
Just give.
Anything?
No, I don't know.
Pass.
It's Cardiff.
Wales.
10 points for this. I need the name of a domestic animal here. Quote, 1, the torso bends, but does not twist. 2, at the instant of release.
Durham Radcliffe.
Cat.
Cat is correct. You get 3 questions on a family of proteins. The HSP family comprises proteins that are expressed in response to environmental stress. For what do the letters HS stand in HSP? These 2 letters refer to the rapid exposure to high temperatures that led to their discovery.
Heat sensitive?
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Heat sensitive?
No, it's heat shock. What 5-letter name is given to a plant retrotransposon that has co-opted the HSP expression pathway in order to multiply under heat shock conditions? In Japanese, this word means hot spring.
Oh. That might be a word like a
Jacuzzi?
Japanese version of geyser. But
Jacuzzi could mean hot spring.
It's plausible.
I would have thought that'd be Italian, but
What was
no, maybe
geyser?
not. Yeah, sure. Jacuzzi?
No, it's onsen.
Oh.
And finally, the primary function of many HSPs is to assist in the folding of proteins at high temperatures. What name is given to proteins with this function?
Oh, they're called chaperones.
Chaperone.
Chaperones.
Yeah, I think so.
Chaperones.
Chaperones is correct. Well done. We're going to take a picture round now. For your picture start, you're going to see a map showing the location of a military confrontation and the date it took place. For 10 points, I want the name of the royal leader who perished in this conflict. I want a name and either the regnal number or the name of the dynasty.
Bristol Keeler.
Constantine XI.
It was Constantine XI. Well done. Your picture depicted the fall of Constantinople in 1453, in which the last Byzantine emperor, Constantine XI, was killed. Your bonuses are 3 more maps showing the locations and dates of 3 more battles that claimed the lives of royal figures. These are a bit closer to home. In each case, I want the name of the battle and the king who died there. Firstly,
So this is going to be the Battle of Flodden, James IV.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Battle of Flodden and James IV.
of Scotland. That's correct, yes. Secondly, this battle and the High King who perished there.
Oh, is this
Just
Battle of Clontarf, Brian Beru?
I don't know.
can I nominate?
Yeah, go ahead.
Nominate McLaughlin.
Battle of Clontarf, Brian Beru.
Brian Boru is correct. And the Battle of Clontarf. Finally, this one, please.
So that's going to be Battle of Stamford Bridge and Harold Hardrada.
Did he die?
No, it's it's the Norwegian guy. It's Harold
Yeah,
Hardrada.
yeah.
Yeah. Stamford Bridge.
Yeah.
Harold Hardrada as well.
Yeah. Battle of Stamford Bridge, Harold Hardrada.
Correct. 10 points for this. The following words are attributed to which film director? Quote, "This morning I met a woman with a golden nose. She was riding in a Cadillac with a monkey in her arms. Her driver stopped and she asked me, 'Why is it that in your movies there's not even one normal person?' His films include Roma, Satyricon and..."
Durham Scully.
Fellini.
Fellini is correct. Your bonuses are on literary criticism. All 3 answers have 3 words. What term was first applied in a literary context by May Sinclair in 1918 to describe the novels of Dorothy Richardson? It is widely used to refer to narration that mimics the flow of a character's thoughts.
Stream of consciousness.
Stream of consciousness, yeah. Stream of consciousness?
Correct. Secondly, what is the title of Harold Bloom's influential 1973 monograph on intrapoetic relationships? It argues that the history of poetry is best understood in terms of each poet's struggles against the legacy of their precursors.
Right, there's the anxiety of influence I'm not sure if it's them. There's another one.
It might be. Could it be that B?
I mean, exactly.
There's another one, but I can't think of anything else. So say the anxiety of influence.
Of influence.
Yeah.
Influence.
The anxiety of influence.
Correct.
Nice one. Nice one.
Well done, B.
What now common phrase did Coleridge coin in his Biographia Literaria? It describes how readers process fantastic or supernatural elements in fiction, if written well. He glossed it as poetic faith.
I think it's suspension of disbelief.
Suspension of disbelief.
Yes.
I think it's that.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Suspension of disbelief.
Correct. 10 points for this. Meanings of what 8-letter word include a procedure for a scientific experiment or medical treatment, a set of rules for exchanging information between computers, the original draft of a treaty...
Durham Radcliffe.
Protocol.
Protocol is correct. These bonuses are on a new wave band. Kate Pearson and Cindy Wilson were among the founders of which new wave band described as mixing kitsch, Americana, and some really big hairdos. They formed in Athens, Georgia in 1976.
I was going to say it's Banana Rama, but it's not.
I mean, they're 80s, so they could have formed in
Have we got anything else?
They had big hair, so...
You want to go there?
Bananarama.
Bananarama?
That was the B-52s. The lyrics of which song by the B-52s name a marine fish with a spined tail and a toothed whale with a long straight tusk? Its title is the name of a large crustacean.
No.
But I thought it was going to be a
I was going
novel.
to say novel, but
King Crab or something else?
A large
Do you
coconut
want to just say
crab?
narwhal?
I'm very confused by this question.
Just say narwhal. It's a crustacean, but I don't know.
It's not
It's not. It's a mammal.
King Crab.
It's rock lobster.
Oh.
And finally, what two words are the title of a 1980 song by the B-52s and appear within the title of a later film by Gus Van Sant that stars River Phoenix and Keanu Reeves?
My Own Private Idaho, but I don't know if that's... So, Private Idaho, maybe?
Yeah,
Private
I'm happy with
Idaho?
We
that.
might as well
Okay.
go with the long name.
No, it's two
No,
words.
two words.
Private Idaho.
Private Idaho?
Private Idaho is correct. 10 points for this. What 5 letters begin the names of all of the following? A Renaissance palace in Copenhagen, a football club in the Norwegian city of Trondheim, the title figure of a comic opera by Richard Strauss, and in Shakespeare's Hamlet, the courtier who accompanies Guildenstern.
Bristol McLaughlin.
Rosen.
R-O-S-E-N is correct, yes. Right, your bonuses are on triangular countries based on the calculations of the British data analyst Tom Alps. By Mr. Alps's calculations, which Central American country has a triangularity rating of almost 92%? A dominant physical feature is a lake of the same name.
Nicaragua, probably.
Yeah. Nicaragua.
Correct? Only a little less triangular is which European country, independent since the 1990s? Its flag bears a large yellow triangle.
It's not under...
European has a large yellow triangle. Maybe Macedonia or...
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it doesn't really have a triangle on it.
No,
Just say- just go
it's not like it's not triangle shaped either.
Just
No, it's Bosnian Hertz.
But
Yeah.
Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Correct?
Nice.
2 African countries appear at numbers 3 and 4 on the list. Both have Atlantic coastlines and both are largely desert. Name either one.
Probably Namibia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not very triangular, is it?
I can't remember.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Namibia.
Namibia and Mauritania is the other one. Yes. Well done. We're going to take a music question now. For your music start, you'll hear an excerpt from a symphony. 10 points if you can name its composer.
Durham Radcliffe.
Sanson.
Sanson is correct. Well done. His organ concerto. You just heard part of his 3rd symphony, which features an organ alongside the orchestra. For your music bonuses, you will have 3 more orchestral works which make prominent use of the organ. 5 points for each composer you can correctly identify. Firstly...
My organ teacher's going to hate how few of these I get.
What does it sound like? I'm thinking it's 20th century.
Big brass.
Who founded the proms?
No, it's not that, I don't think. Could it be like,
Could be Elgar.
Could be. It sounds a bit too modern. But if you want to go for it, go for it. Just go for it.
Yeah. Elgar.
No, that's Janacek. And secondly...
like it.
Don't.
I have absolutely no idea.
It sounds a bit Germany, a bit angry.
It does. Sounds kind of like Kargelat, but it won't.
Do you want to just say it?
Let's go for it. If it's making you think of someone.
Kargelat.
No, it's Aaron Copeland. And finally,
Something like John Williams could it? Or if
It does sound quite filmy.
You could go for it. I doubt it.
I doubt it.
It is filming.
But do you want to just do it?
Yeah.
Just do it.
Why not?
Just try.
You good? John Williams.
no, it was Respighi. 10 points for this. In biology, what five-letter word may denote the interior space of a membrane-bound...
Durham Scully.
Lumen.
Lumen is correct. Your bonuses are on notable faculty of the History of Consciousness program at UC Santa Cruz. Known for her critiques of US race relations and the prison industrial complex, which activists wrote Women, Race and Class and Are Prisons Obsolete?
Angela Davis.
Who is it?
Angela Davis.
Angela Davis. Okay.
Yeah.
Angela Davis.
Correct. A founder of queer theory, which Italian author and academic writes principally on film semiotics and feminism. Her works include Technologies of Gender and Alice Doesn't.
Italian. I have no idea.
I don't know.
No, pass.
Pass.
That's Teresa de Lauretis. And finally, a leading member of the Frankfurt School, which political theorist developed the concept of repressive desublimation? He wrote Eros and Civilization and One-Dimensional Man.
The only Frankfurt guy I know is Theodore Adorno.
Adorno.
It could be, yeah. It's Adorno, yeah.
Adorno?
No, it's Marcuse, Herbert Marcuse. 10 points for this. I need you to name a European microstate and a Scottish island here. The two are similar in land area and their names have letters in common. One is in the Firth of Clyde, the other about 120 kilometres south.
Bristol McLaughlin.
Arran and Andorra.
Correct. Your bonuses are on effects in physics. All three answers begin with the same letter. Named after a physicist born in 1770. What effect is the basis of the thermocouple? It creates an EMF when the junctions between two different conductors are maintained at different temperatures.
Josephson is what I was thinking.
Josephson.
Yep.
Josephson.
No, it's a Seebeck effect.
Okay.
Named after a German Nobel laureate, what effect causes a shift in spectral lines when samples are subjected to strong external electric field? The effect can be linear or quadratic.
What does it
Stark. Could it be Stark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
Go for it.
Stark.
Stark is correct. Which appropriately named effect describes how alternating current passing through a conductor is mainly confined to a thin surface layer?
The small effect, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Small effect.
It's a skin effect. 10 points for this. For what do the initials BA stand in the acronym MOBA, M-O-B-A, denoting a museum in Somerville, Massachusetts? Its exhibits include bone juggling...
Durham Radcliffe.
Black art.
No, you lose 5 points. Bone juggling dog in hula skirt and Sunday on the pot with George.
Bristol Keeler.
Baroque art.
No, it's bad art. 10 points for this. Which European country's national flag consists of 3 vertical bands whose colours from left to right are expressed in the surnames Duffy, Bowie and Flynn?
Bristol Keeler.
Belgium.
Belgium is correct. Well done. Your bonuses are on Ignatius Sancho, an 18th century man of letters who was born on a slave ship and brought to England at an early age. Sancho gained prominence when one of his letters appeared in the published letters of which novelist, the author of Tristram Shandy?
Stern.
Stern.
Lawrence Stern is correct. Sancho is the first known black Briton to vote in a British general election. In 1780, he voted for George Bridges Rodney, and which leading Whig abolitionist and adversary of Pitt the Younger?
Probably.
Yeah.
Wilberforce.
That was Charles James Fox.
Yeah.
And finally, in 1780, Sancho wrote a dramatic first-hand account of what major riots in London. They began with protests against recent concessions to Roman Catholics.
Gordon riots.
Gordon riots.
The Gordon riots is correct. 10 points for this. It's a picture starter. You're going to see a painting for 10 points. Name its artist.
Durham Scully.
Kandinsky.
Kandinsky is correct. Improvisation number 26. So we follow on from his abstract depiction of rowers with more bonuses. There are 3 more paintings of rowers. Again, name the artist in each case. First, this US artist.
Thomas Akins.
Thomas Akins. So Akins.
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 Thomas Akins is correct. Secondly, this Russian artist.
It can't be Kandinsky. What other Russian artists are there?
I can think of a realist.
Because it's, what, 20th century, we think?
Must be.
It's not like futurists. They started with that, but I can't remember.
They're Italian. I think he's German, but Kirchner.
Just say it.
Kirchner? Okay. Kirchner?
That's Goncharova. And finally, this French artist.
That's Caillebotte.
Caillebotte. Caillebotte.
Caillebotte is correct. Well done. 10 points for this. In anatomy, the choroid coat, ciliary muscles, fovea.
Durham Scully.
The eye.
The eye is correct. These bonuses are on rocket science. In 1903, which Russian scientist produced an equation linking the change in velocity achievable for a rocket to its mass and speed of its exhaust gases?
I think it's Tsiolkovsky's rocket equation.
Tsiolkovsky.
Tsiolkovsky.
Yeah.
Tsiolkovsky.
Tsiolkovsky is correct. Which US scientist added drag and gravity terms to the equation? In 1926, he built and launched the first liquid-fueled rocket. A Maryland Space Center bears his name.
Space Center.
Is it any particular
I
nationality?
think Braun.
It's American.
American.
I think Braun's German, though. I don't
Yeah,
know.
von Braun is definitely German. Who else?
Who is Space
I know it's
Center
before
named
NASA.
after?
Like, this is 26. I don't know anything about rockets from then.
All my name is Oppenheimer. It's not that.
Come on, let's have it.
Pass.
It's Robert Goddard. And finally, to the nearest whole number, what is the escape speed in kilometres per second for a rocket leaving Earth?
11.
11.
Pretty sure.
Okay. 11?
11 is correct. Well done. Which inland US city completes the title of a 1972 work by the US architects Robert Venturi, Denise Scott Brown, and Stephen Isenhour? Learning from what city?
Durham Scully.
Chicago.
No?
Bristol Keeler.
Kansas City.
No, it's Las Vegas. 10 points for this. Also known as Hattusas Boğazköy in north-central Turkey, is the site of the capital of which?
Bristol Keeler.
The Hittites.
The Hittites is correct. Your bonuses are on philosophy. Of which school of thought did A.C. Grayling write, "It is the thesis that mind constitutes the ultimate reality"? I need a single-word term.
Solipsism.
Can I nominate?
Yeah.
Nominate Ortega?
Solipsism.
No, it's idealism. Which Irish philosopher summarised subjective idealism with the Latin phrase esse est percipi?
Berkeley.
Meaning Berkeley is correct, yes. I treat idealism as untruthfulness, which has become an instinct. Which German philosopher wrote those words in 1888?
Could be Nietzsche. Yeah.
Nietzsche.
Nietzsche is correct. 10 points for this. What environment was simulated in the 1971 psychology experiment at Stanford?
Bristol Keeler.
A prison.
Prison is correct. These bonuses are on world events in the decade of the Norman conquest of England.
Okay, 10/6.
In 1060, Bolesław the Generous of Poland helped Bela the Champion to obtain the crown of what country?
Probably Hungary.
Bela later died when the wooden structure of his throne
Hungary?
collapsed under... Hungary is correct. In 1062, the Almoravid dynasty established its capital. In which Moroccan city, ruling an empire that extended from Spain to northwest Africa?
Fez.
Fez.
It's Marrakesh. In 1063, Alp Arslan became the second sultan of which Turkic empire? He later captured parts of the Byzantine Empire following the Battle of Manzikert.
Nominate McLaughlin?
Seljuks.
Correct, well done. 10 points for this. What Olympic track event did John Carlos, Peter Norman and Tommy Smith win medals in 1968? A much reproduced photograph shows them making or supporting a Black Power salute at the
Bristol
medal
Keeler.
ceremony.
400 metre.
No, you lose 5 points. Anyone want to buzz?
Durham Scully.
The 200 metres.
It was the 200 metres, yes. Your bonuses are on refrigerants. Which North American city gives its name to the protocol of 1987 that provides a framework to phase out the use of refrigerants such as CFCs and
Montreal, the
HCAs?
CFCs, it's the one that works.
It's worked
Yes.
again.
Montreal, yeah.
Montreal.
Montreal is correct. What short name is given to the halocarbon known as refrigerant 12 or R12?
Halocarbon, so something fluoro... It'll be something fluorine, 'cause it's CFC.
Fluoride? I don't know.
Come on, let's have it, please.
Pass.
It's Freon 12. What simple inorganic compound is also known as refrigerant 717? Its boiling point of minus 33 degrees Celsius and high latent heat of vaporization led to its use as an industrial refrigerant. That was on Bristol had 120, but Durham University had 155. Miss Bennett, you look as if you were about to burst into tears. Well, it's a great achievement. To go out in the final is fine. It's absolutely fine. Well, congratulations to you, Durham. You are the 2022-23 University Challenge champions. Now, to present this year's trophy is a historian and author whose books have sold more than 15 million copies worldwide in over 40 languages. Born in Sichuan, she worked as a barefoot doctor, a steel worker and an electrician during the Cultural Revolution before moving to the UK to study, where she became the first person from the People's Republic of China to receive a PhD from a UK university. Her family autobiography, Wild Swans, has been called the most read book about China. Please welcome Yung Chang. Well, were you impressed?
Yes, I'm very, very impressed. I'm really
it's
very
amazing
impressed.
What they know, isn't it?
It is absolutely wonderful. I'm really pleased to be invited here to present the trophy because University Challenge was the most prestigious program to me when I first arrived in Britain in 1978. I grew up in Cultural Revolution, China, when schools and the universities were all closed. Mao said, the more books you read, the more stupid you become. And books were burned across China. And so tonight, I watched these brilliant minds at work. And I want to congratulate them all for their brilliant brain. And I do hope that they would use their brain to make our world a better place.
I hope so too. Now, can I ask you to present the trophy to the captain of the winning team from Durham? So it only remains for me to thank Yung Chang for presenting the trophy, all the teams who've entertained us over the past months, and you for watching. University Challenge returns later in the year, and I look forward to watching it with you. So it's good night from me. Good night.